If Reddit were to add an NSFL flair so that we could tell the difference between NSFW porn and NSFL, gore and stuff, do you think it would be useful? Why or why not? I've subbed to so many subs that have the word porn in it that, apparently, my profile has been flagged NSFW. Power washing porn, sky porn, earth porn, food porn, etc. zero sex porn. So, yes. Add levels of NSFW. I'd like to not be banned on various subs just because of my viewing preferences. Edit, I'm so sorry if you've been flagged for posting on my comment here. How was I supposed to know it was going to explode like this? Perhaps this is the time we bring this to the attention of whoever can fix it. Clearly it's a popular topic. Power washing porn is intensely sexual to me. I know a guy whose throat was pierced by his power washing machine while power washing his car. What an awful sight that was. Ike if it's sexual to you. NSFL. We really should have a tag for that. Why don't you put a question on AskReddit, see what other people's opinion of it is? Sounds like a great idea. I would like it personally. Lots of things are marked NSFW when it's not really, like this post for example. But along with that comes porn, which I don't really mind, but it also comes with NSFL stuff, which I do mind very much. Spent a good few years looking at some gore shit and it's definitely colored my view on humanity in general. I saw the ducking nipple belt post about that serial killer on that Thanks I Hate It sub and it just fucking turned my stomach and ruined my mood. It's not a big deal, but I'm really trying to preserve my mood these days. I don't mind gore or porn, but sometimes I don't care to see one or the other at any given time. So it'd be nice to know what I'm about to click on. Really would have liked you to say so it'd be nice to know what I'm about to masturbate to. I assumed that was implied. We are on the internet after all. Yeah, but sometimes you're ready to go, click, and some naked chick pops up, with her skin on. Ruins the mood. Hold the duck up. Yeah. That's basically my response in that situation too. Oh my god, that was genius. What about the guy who had his face ripped off? Wasn't expecting that at 7 a.m. in the morning. I remember that. It was certainly a shocking photo. Not sure what it has to do with me praising this guy's wit, but go off I guess. I agree that there should be different tags for porn and gore. Sometimes a person is chill with porn but hates gore, or even vice versa. I've often clicked on posts tagged NSFW on subs like Rifu or Confessions thinking it would be a funny story, and then I get bombed with a story about gore or even a photo a couple of times. It'd be nice to be able to avoid those. I agree with this. Something more like you see in movie ratings, nudity, gore, foul language, etc., and you can choose multiple. NSFWP, NSFWG, NSFWV, etc. Just like Pixief's ratings of our 18 and our 18 grams. Not safe for West Virginia. West Virginian here, I'm scared shitless. I swear I've seen a NSFL tag on Reddit before. Yeah, it used to be a thing. There also used to be a gore tag, probably many more. Weird it was removed. Some people still use the abbreviations in their title like so at the beginning or end of the post title. Edit, apparently it wasn't a tag, it was just a flair. Honestly, never noticed it was just a flair. It seems so universally used with similar design. It was removed as Reddit got bigger. It was a commonly used flair that looked the same as the current NSFW label thing. Either way, Reddit has since wanted to distance itself from subreddits that are dedicated to things like that. This is the reason we will never see a NSFL or similar tag. It would represent the company accepting in some sense the things that are posted, which is bad for advertising. Didn't it get removed at the same as subs like Watch People got removed? Nah, I've been here for way longer than that, and NSFL was custom CSS on those subreddits. I saw NSFL on subs like 50/50. CSS is the written code that mods can implement on their subreddit that dictates appearances as well as numerous functional capabilities. Important to note as well that this was only doable on old Reddit. When new Reddit was being built, Reddit told mods they'll eventually add CSS customizability. That was back in February 2018. Old Reddit still exists and is perfectly usable, complete with custom CSS. For sure, but, at least from stats on subreddits I run, most people are visiting on mobile app and the redesign, so if that's true for those subreddits that make use of NSFL tags, it's not a consistent user experience, unless they're just making a post flare bigger. Yes. Sometimes gore-ish stuff gets onto front page, like the pics showing the beheading of the French teacher. I would have appreciated a warning, and didn't really was interested seeing something like this. DMs exploding with dozens of guys asking for links. I don't have one and duck you all. What? Beheading of the French teacher? Can somebody explain me why did a teacher got beheaded? The guy who beheaded the teacher was a Muslim and he was offended by cartoons of the Prophet Muhammad that the teacher showed in a class on free speech. Ow. That's a very underwhelming reaction, Lamau. I just don't know what to say. This world is ducked up. That would be nice because I like boobs, but not from the inside angle. Opposite here, there's such a massive amount of porn when you browse raw that I thought maybe I'll just block NSFW, but that also blocks morbid articles, that crazy car crash that happened on the I-90 and the teacher screaming the N-word at their students. I don't mind porn, but it's too much to wade through on the front page. I just wish there was a porn tag, that's for porn. Like that cloud in the sky that looks like a penis is not NSFW, I'd like to see that over the 100th hentai pussy for the day. Edit, hell even blocking NFSW right now would filter this thread from your front page. Very useful. If guts and gore pop up, it's no big deal. But I work at a school. Any sort of porn is like, instant fired. You and I are the only people in this thread who prefer gore over porn apparently. Tongue. Count me in also. There are dozens of us. Lol, but honestly, I usually browse raw and would love to filter out the porn. There's a time and a place for that. But as for gore, generally it can be very interesting when it is a unique medical condition, or trauma repair, etc. I'm not interested in watching people die, but I like to see the crazy stuff the human body is capable of. I'm usually down to see something like that, but I don't particularly care for just hardcore porn while chilling though. But what if it's both? NSFL would most likely overrule. Excuse my ignorance, but what does the L stand for in here? Life. It would be very useful because I want to see titty, not a bloody 12-car gang beat up. Or someone's decaying corpse. Please, for the love of all that is good in SFW. Porn is A-okay by me, but I have a hardline panic trigger for gore. NSFL tags are amazing. I really don't understand why some people are fascinated by gore. Here's a video of a teenage girl getting killed by a cartel gang with her face being peeled off. Why would you think for a second that I'd like to see that? Duck off with that shit. Not all gore is ducked up torture. For instance, gore in a medical setting has uses for people in medical or those who just want to learn more about anatomy. I'm a veteran, I love me some NSFW, but I hate NSFL. Myself and a lot of others in similar shoes would benefit from two separate flares. Reddit admins are actually testing new NSFW and NSFL tags at the moment. Reddit.com. Yes, I would appreciate this. Also, we end at a spider flare. This. I've nearly got a damn heart attack the other day from an front page post of a freaking huge ass spider. Yes, definitely. I'd block NSFL stuff entirely. I don't care about seeing naked people, but it really bothers me seeing de-adding very injured people. As a guy who unintentionally saw a leg blackened and eaten down to bone by gangrene, yes, I think it would be very useful. I saw the colorized image of one of Jack the Ripper's victims and I thought I was messed up. Mind explaining how did that look? Since I do not wish to see it. Flayed face, naked, the way the knife wounds were, it was clear that Jack was on top of her as he cut and slashed her to bits. Her breasts had been cut off and her abdominal region had been opened so he could cut out her reproductive organs.